Hello and welcome back to CrankyCast. So we're going to go talk to Tunon here and see what his verdict is, or if I can sway his verdict at all.
This civil war, this feud, is an insult to Kairos' peace. It should not have taken the better part of a year to silence the last vestiges of the Oathbreakers.
Tunon regards you in thoughtful silence. I agree, Your Honor.
Our allies squabble while our enemies regroup. It falls upon the court to measure the extent of the damage and to execute the agents of disorder. I suspect that treachery, negligence, disunity, and greed have infected one or both of our esteemed allies. Until you are instructed otherwise, this matter is the court's primary focus. Graven Ash and the voices of Nerat must be examined in close detail. You are charged with observing the Archons and presenting your case that one of them has wrought chaos and disorder upon the Tiers.
I will make this my mission, Your Honor.
As always, you will be held accountable for what you do in the court's name. But you are free to conduct your investigation in the manner of your choosing. You must expect lies, misdirection, and manipulation. Suffer not such obstructions of justice. They say the voices of Nerat holds you in higher regard than most. Use this alliance to enter his confidence. It seems unlikely the Archon of Secrets is more honest with friends than with rivals, but to his friends, he has been known to divulge much. The Disfavored will likely be less cooperative with your investigation. They will no doubt assume Graven Ash's honor is beyond reproach, which is all the more reason to scrutinize the Archon of War closely. And if the ironclad forces discourage your inquiry, I charge you to make them talk. Speak their language of battle if you must.
Okay. The Archon of Secrets, was that the voices of Nerat, or was that who it was? I don't remember who the Archon of Secrets was.
Your fellow Fatebinders have been busy acting as my eyes and ears. I have a few leads for you to follow. You should, of course, speak with your brothers and sisters of the court if you need further counsel. Though the Disfavored were triumphant in the Blade Grave, I understand that their troubles within the region are unfinished. Talk to the Disfavored commanders serving in the Blade Grave. Perhaps they can shine some light on the origins of this feud. There is a final matter to discuss. A sensitive topic.
Though it's impossible to gauge from his expression, Tunon seems more wary than usual. What concerns the court, Your Honor?
In spite of the many shortcomings at Vendrian's Well, you managed to make a name for yourself. You proclaimed an Edict of Kairos, resolved its demanding conditions, and ascended the mountain spire.
Yep.
Any one of these feats would be worthy of recognition by the highest authority. You managed to accomplish 3.
Tunon hovers in observance, awaiting a response. I'll say I was only doing my job, Your Honor.
Your sense of obligation to your role is admirable, but modesty will not recommend you to the task ahead. Whether by design or by accident, you have captured the attention of Kairos' army and the local Tiersmen alike. This is no small opportunity, and the court charges you with exploiting your new standing to its fullest potential. You have a title in our hierarchy. However, it's a little-known secret that one's standing in the world is determined by their infamy, their deeds, and how they come to be known. Mind this notion as you bring justice to this lawless frontier. There may come a time when your deeds speak for you louder than any title. Whatever you did to capture the attention of the masses at Vendrian's Well, I would encourage you to do so again.
Understood. I will be known as a champion of justice.
Good. It falls to us to set a new standard for these southern barbarians. dismissed. Should the court have need of your presence, you will receive word. Go forth and do my bidding, and bring glory and honor to the tears in Kairos' name.
Tunon raps his gavel against the floor. A singular note resounds throughout the hall. Well, I just got a whole bunch of bonus stats to all my characters for some reason. It's nice. Alright, so what do I have for quests to do? I got a Trial of the Archons. So I need to find evidence against the Graven Ash and Voices of Narat. I can go talk to the Voices of Narat in Cacophony. Is that part of this thing? Maybe. I don't know. And Stirring Visions. Let's see. I have the... Well, where am I supposed to go? Find a way to the Lethian's Crossing Spire. Okay. How do I get at my map here? Is that this thing? I guess I just go to Lethian's Crossing and then... Isn't that where I was at before, though? Where am I over here? Vendrian's Well. Didn't I go to Lethian's Crossing at some point? I felt like I did. I don't know why I think that. So I can go to the Spire or I can go to Cacophony. Well, Tunon wants me to go talk to the two Archons and figure that stuff out. That was kind of his first command. This is kind of doing it on my own time, so I think I'm going to stick with going to Cacophony first. I can't seem to go there. Why am I not allowed to go there? I guess maybe I have to work my way around? I'm a little confused why I can't go there. Well, since I can't just go straight there, I'm going to go to Lethian's Crossing first. Well, now I can't go there either. What the hell? How do I go places? Maybe I have to like actually leave the area manually. That must be what it is. My mistake. Ooh, who's that? Bleeding Mark. Welcome back, kid. As amusing as it would have been to watch the edict drop, I guess I'm glad you lived. Blood and Mark, Archon of Shadows, rouses from a faraway stare, turning to face you with a wry smile. Though he stands still, he seems to sift in and out of shadows that shroud him. That says sift, but I wonder if it means shift. I lost favor with him? Huh. Sided with the Scarlet Chorus, huh? You like secrets and trickery? The Archon gives you a long stare, punctuated at the end with a short sneer. I don't really understand exactly what's going on here. I don't know why he is upset that I sided with the chorus. I don't know what his loyalties are. So I'm going to turn to leave. Here to lecture me? If so, I have somewhere else to be. What? So I gained his wrath and his favor? How I've missed your sour countenance, kid. You're the gloomy, miserable cloud that shades my day. The Archon grins, but his right hand slips towards his belted daggers. Why is he so familiar with me? I'm not even sure who he really is. What's going on here? Run along, yeah, and try not to get killed. That's really strange.
Yes.
Look at this. Why does a path appear when I click on this, but not here or here? So 2 days and 13 hours as opposed to 5 days. This one's closer. I'm going to go ahead and do this first. Ooh, an ambush. A group of mercenaries, members of the Bronze Brotherhood, are blocking the road to Lethian's Crossing. Well, now I get to try Ebb out for the first time.
I got it.
Alright, where are you guys at? Are you going to be up on this little stone thing? We got Aster, we got Will, we got a Raider. Well, so far they're not attacking me. You must be joking. A toll? I'll pay no such thing. Sorry, no one passes through without paying. Huh. Aster, a small figure, stands before some armor-clad soldiers. His arms move wildly as he gestures in frustration, yelling at the man directly in front of him. Absolutely not. I've come through Ironhall Trail more times than I can remember. No one's ever asked for a toll before. I won't be paying one now. He notices you standing nearby and turns to speak. Fatebinder, surely you of all people can help me. My name is Aster. I must get to Lethian's Crossing. I have goods to deliver. Tell this man I will not be paying a toll, to him or anyone, and he is to let me through. He folds his arms over his chest and nods with pronounced finality. Will, greetings, Fatebinder. I'm sorry you have been drawn into this. What you stumbled into here is merely a conflict of the changing times. I am Will of the Bronze Brotherhood. Ironhall Trail is under our protection, and anyone passing through must obey our rules. If this gentleman would like passage through our land, a simple donation is required. He holds out his hand. These funds help our cause and keep Ironhall a safe place for all travelers. Clearly, you both can see the value in that. Aster speaks, his arms swinging about again, emphasizing his words. And who exactly is keeping it safe? You standing there with your weapons at the ready against me? His arms drop and he turns to you again. I am not but a traveling merchant. I have no money to spare, and I certainly pose no threat to anyone. Keep this area safe indeed. He points at Will. You are the only threat here. Fatebinder, please, talk some sense into this man. Now, I have no idea who this Bronze Brotherhood is. But it's not someone that I established, so I would like a merchant to show up there if I'm going to be taking over that town. I don't know if I will be taking over the town, but if I do, I want a merchant there. So adjust Will. This man will not be paying a toll today. Call your guards off and allow us passage immediately. Cool. Thank you, Fatebinder. You have done a great deal of good today. Aster bows dramatically. He turns back to the soldier. And you, brute, move aside and let me pass. Will holds his position and gives you a meaningful look. Perhaps you want to reconsider your stance on the matter, Fatebinder. He plants his hammer on the ground and leans on it, staring Aster down. Passage is bought with rings or blood, but I'll happily take both. Number 1, I stand by my decision. Aster raises his hands in protest. I thank you for your efforts, Fatebinder, but it's not worth bloodshed. I will leave in peace. What? Why? Will returns to his position and looks you over. His former genial mood is gone. So a Fatebinder in our little corner of the world. Who would ever thought this would happen? He spits between his feet and crushes it into the dirt with his boot. You are walking a dangerous line, Fatebinder. The Bronze Brotherhood never backs down from threats. He pauses for a moment, sizing you up. Normally I would knock you down where you stand for threatening me, but Rotamon demanded to see you if you came through here. I thought he was crazy saying you'd be visiting Lethian's Crossing. Looks like I owe him a few rings. Alright, so now I get to find out who the Bronze Brotherhood is. The Bronze Brotherhood is a mercenary company of the free cities dotting the Tyr's southern coast. Many of these mercenary companies were employed by Kairos' agents and slaughtered during the war. The Bronze Brotherhood survived thanks to their relatively safe posting at Lethian's Crossing, where the Voices of Norat hired the company to protect the town's forge operation. Among the most trained and dedicated warriors of the Tyrs, the Bronze Brotherhood have a reputation of ruthlessness and tenacity. Aggression and decisive thinking are so highly prized by the Brotherhood that the violent, enigmatic Scourge is the group's mascot. A creature most decent folk consider the stuff of nightmares. The term brother is used for mercenaries of both genders, as the company's title harkens back to the archaic notion of living as men. In Tyr's custom, this amounts to releasing all claims to the land. To better ensure an employer that the Brotherhood won't covet the realm they're paid to protect. So it's a mercenary company on our side. So maybe I shouldn't have pissed him off, but oh well. He shakes the pouch around his neck, making the rings inside jiggle melodically. Not that there's a shortage of these out here. What can this humble servant of the Brotherhood do for you, Fatebinder? You don't ask me to let you through because that isn't happening. Okay. Verse says, someone made the mistake of giving this little man too much power, and he's about to discover what happens when you stand in my way. Oh, I kind of want to have her loyalty, but I don't necessarily want to piss them off without talking to this other guy first. I'm gonna go for it. Why not? If you think you can get him to move, do it. With pleasure, she says. Hey, shit meat. Do you plan on moving your ass this century, or do we have to stand here jawing like a bunch of graybeards? We're on a mission, and staring at your ugly mug and catching up on the past won't get it done any faster. Are you going to move on, or do I need to start cutting? Because I'm partial to either option. The mercenary's mouth hangs open in disbelief. He swallows and attempts to gather his pride. I would help you, but my boss told me to guard this bridge. No one gets by without Rataman's permission. Gain the wrath of the Bronze Brotherhood. Verse says, Kairos, give me strength. You deserve this far more than I'm going to enjoy it. Verse swings her fists and lands a punch with a meaty whack, snapping the mercenary's head back. Will rubs his cheek. Hold on, I'm just doing my job. I apologize if I offended. Rataman will have my head if I let you through. There's nothing I can do about it. I just said that like 5 times, and I haven't stopped conversation to go talk to Rataman, who's standing like right over here. Rataman, while you are talking to Will, a striking man with a shock of bright blonde hair approaches, moving away from some men searching bodies of slain soldiers to the south. He watches you intently as he closes, his angular features pulling into a look of disdain. And here's the Fatebinder. He doesn't mask the displeasure in his voice. I knew we'd see you. I was just wondering when. What brings you out where no one asked you to come? Are Kairos' dogs ready to be put down again? Really? I won't surrender the crossing, no matter how many times you try to take it. We were hired to protect this city, and we will continue to do so. No one else will have it. He glances at his men, who have stopped to watch the conversation. With a start, they return to searching the bodies. Never mind, he waves a hand dismissively. I don't care why you're here. My name is Rataman, and I am the leader of the Bronze Brotherhood. But I'm sure you already know that. I couldn't help but see you over here, talking to Will and that traveling merchant. Only here for a moment and already sticking your nose where it doesn't belong, aren't you? I don't appreciate others invading my territory, Fatebinder. Will, I told him he had to speak to you, Rataman. He wanted through, but I told him no. If you don't give me the signal, the Fatebinder isn't getting into Lethian's Crossing. No one will invade your territory. Rataman stares at Will for a few moments, lips pursed, then continues as if Will never spoke. Rataman, watch yourself while you are a guest in my land. If you have come to stir up more trouble, we are well equipped and will not back down in the defense of what is rightfully ours. He sweeps his arm in front of him, gesturing to the surrounding countryside. Welby and I might not always agree, but this is one point we see eye to eye on. If you step out of line, we will both correct you. Now who's Welby? His eyes narrow and he leans towards you. You are not welcome here. Now tell me what you want or leave. I'm just going to say I need to get to Lethian's Crossing. Rataman considers your request for a moment. If I let you through, you must promise to behave. I have enough problems dealing with everyone else. I don't need to the hassle. Okay, I don't need the hassle of keeping an eye on you two. So watch yourself. This is my city and I have eyes everywhere. If you intend to stir up trouble, go somewhere else. I don't need it here. He turns to Will. Let the Fatebinder through. Do nothing to delay or accost this party, or you'll answer to me. Will gives him a quick salute. I'm just gonna go on through. I figure I'll find out who Wilby is later. You got Radamon's permission to go, Fatebinder, so go. Alright, so I'm going to take a break here, and then we'll continue on to the crossing next time. Now that we are able to get through. Kind of looks like we made an enemy of the Bronze Brotherhood, but I assume we'll be disbanding them one way or another at some point, or conscripting them into our army. We'll find out later, though. So, bye.